Morning, and today you are going to be showing your understanding of the characters from the poem Please Mrs. Butler. And let's just have a look what we know already. We know about the three characters in the poem, or is there three? Maybe there's more. Maybe it could be a different child complaining. Could be three children in that complaining. Could be a different one each time. Maybe that's what you did for your performance. Did you decide if it was a girl or a boy? It's entirely up to you. Look at your performance, and that's what you're going to be basing the characters on, is your performance. You're going to draw them and label the characteristics. That means like the words to describe them. If, for instance, we was doing Matilda, there I've got Matilda, and I know that she loves reading, she's very clever, and she's also very kind. So if I was choosing another character, instead of Mrs. Honey, I think I would go for Mrs. Trunchbull, because I think she's absolutely an amazing character. And she's always very angry, isn't she? And very strong. It's also quite violent, isn't it? The way she treats those children. So that's what it might look like. You might have three drawings. Don't worry if you want to do matchstick men, that's not a problem. Just to get some key vocabulary to describe the characters of those three people in, or you might have more. It's entirely up to you. So I would base it on your performance, of how you think your characters were on your performance. Or if you just wanted to look at the poem, look at the poem. It's entirely up to you. It's your work, not mine. So let's have a look then at Friday. So let's look at tomorrow's work. You are going to write 2 verses. Now the first verse will be really easy, because this is the child, the girl, the boy complaining to the teacher, and they all start the same. They have 3 lines which are the same. Please, Mrs. Butler, this boy no Derek Drew, what shall I do? So it's that third line. It's the third line that you will be putting a problem. You will be telling the teacher a problem that it could be. We've got copying the work, taking my rubber, calling my name. So you think of something else that they could, and they've all got miss at the end. So that was the easiest part of it. The second part, the second verse, is a little bit trickier. So this is where Mrs. Butler is replying back. And if we look, this is what I'm looking for, is go and sit in the sink, do whatever you think. So the second line and the fourth line have both got 5 syllables. In fact, in every verse they have got 5 syllables and they rhyme. So that might be the trickiest part of the poem for you to do, but have a go and make it fun. Yeah, do not stress. You're not allowed to stress. So Friday we go over the learning object to show your understanding of the structure of the poem. Please, Mrs. Butler, you're going to add another 2 verses. Now if you look, you're going to create the problem, and you've got a copy of this, and that should be okay for you. You're going to create the problem. And once you've done that, just have a look at this text to remind us what it is we need to think about. The 2 lines that rhyme, which is the line 2 and 4, and she always finishes with dear, doesn't she? Something something dear. So you might do the same. And she always thinks of another name there for love. What else did she use? Can't remember. I've got it down here. Let's have a look what she uses. There we are: petal, darling, and sweet. So she always thinks of another something nice to say to the child. And the last line, do what you think best, do whatever you think, do whatever you can. You might think of adding a little bit like that. If you want to, not a problem, steal some of these, that's not a problem, steal some and add your own little ones to it as well. So if you're finding it too challenging, do steal some. If you are finding it completely mortifying and you think, oh no way, Jose, this is too much, what I have done, I have done to my own verses. So if you want, you could finish those off instead, just to show you understand. And that's it for the big read. I hope you've enjoyed this week's big read. I know I have. And enjoy. Bye.